Hey 10th graders, let's talk about how to write this summative assessment for Of Mice and Men. This is the last piece of this unit and it is crucial for your semester grade. So the essay is going to be graded on these three things. First of all, the clear and interesting essay answers your chosen prompt using a literary lens. Either the first one we talked about, Marxist lens, feminist lens, or the social justice lens. 2, the well-organized essay of at least 200 words includes an effective thesis statement and topic sentences that argue the thesis statement. And 3 is many specific details from the book are used to support the argument, along with 2 direct quotes integrated into your own sentences. And this is kind of a checklist for your essay that you are going to want to make sure that you have all of these things included. You want to double space it, keep it in 12 font, left orientation, not center. Use Arial or Calibri, a minimum of 200 words. Indent the first word of each paragraph. You don't need extra space between paragraphs. Italicize the name of the book. Capitalize proper nouns. Avoid run-ons and fragments. Don't use slang or informal language. Use an academic voice, so no I's or you's or my's or yours. And make sure you have at least 2 quotes in your essay. The quotes should be part of your own sentence. Make sure the quotes are word for word from the text and surrounded by quotation marks, and then include the page number at the end in parentheses. This last thing got cut off, and I honestly am not sure what it was. So we'll move on. All right, for our essay, we are writing just 3 of the 5 paragraphs in a 5-paragraph essay structure. We cut off the last 2. Okay, so we're going to have an introduction that includes a hook, background information, and a thesis statement. And then you're going to have 2 body paragraphs. You're not going to have the 3rd body paragraph or the conclusion. So just 3 paragraphs for this essay. All right, so let's talk about the introduction. In the introduction, you need a hook, background information, and a thesis statement. A hook is luring your reader into your essay. So just like a fishing hook with the bait on it lures the fish and kind of grabs them, you want to do the same kind of thing to your reader. And the best way is to find something that's genuinely interesting on its own. All right, so try one of these 3 hooks for your essay. A quote, and the quote really could be from anything. Okay, it could be from another book. It could be from our book of Mice and Men. It could be from a movie. It could be from a famous person. Just include who says it, and then you can use any quote you want. Just Google interesting quote about dreams to start your search. An intriguing statement is the second kind of hook. And this doesn't have to be a quote, but it is interesting in and of itself. Maybe it is a common saying, or maybe it's something you came up with yourself. That's just interesting. Shocking fact, statistic. These are proven facts. So a fact is something that has been proven, right? So it's something that has been proven that connects to your ideas. You have to include a link to the source, but that's not hard to do. You just highlight and click Control-K and then paste the link in there. All right, here's an example of a quote. And again, you need to use word for word when you use quotation marks inside the quotation, or when you use a quotation inside the quotation marks, and then include the speaker's name. Sometimes their title can be helpful too, like, why should I care about Archibald MacLeish? Who is he anyway? Well, if I know that he's a poet, maybe that's going to make me buy into what he has to say a little bit more. So here's an example. There are those who will say that the liberation of humanity, the freedom of man and mind is nothing but a dream. They are right. It is the American dream. So I found that by Googling interesting quotes about the American dream. And that fits with my topic because I'm writing a question under the dream theme. But remember, there are 4 different themes. So you might be writing about loneliness, powerlessness, dreaming, or fate. Here's an example of an intriguing statement. As long as there is a dream, there is hope. And as long as there is hope, there is joy in living. I found that online also by Googling interesting statements about dreams. And this was in a GIF that I found, and I could not find who said it originally. So it's an intriguing statement. It's not a quote because I don't have a person who said it. Here's an example of a shocking fact or statistic that could work for this essay. During the Great Depression, as many as 1,500 migrants a day arrived in California to work as farm laborers because they could find no other work. So if my topic is going to be about George and Lenny as farm laborers or migrant workers, this might work really well. It directly relates to the topic at hand, and it's a true fact. Including a link would be my next step. All right, background information is what connects your hook to your thesis statement. And I hope you already have your thesis statement written, but if you don't, I can sure help you with that still. But your background information is just whatever info your reader needs to know in order for them to understand your hook and your thesis statement. So you want it to connect that hook or attention getter to the thesis. You want to provide context about the text, the book of Mice and Men, so your reader understands the basis of your main points. Things to include would be the title of the book of Mice and Men, the name of the author, John Steinbeck, and information needed to understand the line of inquiry you are investigating. So here is an example. I'm going to use the hook from Archibald MacLeish about the American Dream. And now I say I'm writing about A Raisin in the Sun. So I say the play A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry, written in 1951, is full of characters who believe in freedom and dreams. One such character is Joseph Osagai, a man originally from Africa who is studying in America and helps teach the character beneath the younger that dreams are the only way to fight for freedom. And now I get to my thesis statement. So I've included the name of the play, the name of the author, when it was written, I introduced this character, and one of the key themes. And now I go into the thesis statement. Hansberry shows that dreams are infinite by creating the character Joseph Osagai, who doesn't give up on his dream of progress in Africa and the symbol of a geometric line into infinity. You can use this sentence frame for your thesis statement on Of Mice and Men. And then for Mastery Check 6, I believe, or is it 7? Mastery Check 7, you are actually showing me what your thesis statement is, and I'll be giving you feedback on that. Here is another example, this one with the intriguing statement. All right, so now it's up to you to finish your introduction by writing your hook and your background information, and then you can type up that paragraph, that introduction paragraph. All right, thanks. Good luck as you work on your intro paragraph.